What's going on, guys? The new setup is now super capacitor powered. So I got some of these guys from Brazil. They're super light. Like there's nothing to them. Like hopefully you can see that that's light. Kind of funny. They're only made in Brazil, South America, and China. Packaging on them looks a little sketchy, but they do perform pretty good. 14 volt DC, 3000 farad supercapacitor, so it equals 81.6 watt hours. And built-in BMS charger. There's like a circuit in here, so you can't overcharge them. So I basically have that hooked up to the to this 20 watt maintainer. So basically this just maintains the supercapacitor, and the maintainer is plugged into a watt meter. It's drawing 0.5 watts, and now the supercapacitor is what runs the system. I also grounded. I have a internal ground stick here now in my resonant receiver, and I'll basically show you how bright that gets my light. So I'm gonna put this light right here. So here's my light. Let's run from the receiver coil. Hopefully you can see that. Transmitter powers up the receiver coil, which runs the light wirelessly. This is my DC converter with a watt meter in it, so I can see how much power the circuit's pulling. So anyway, I will plug it in. The supercapacitor runs the transmitter now. So the supercap goes through the DC boost converter, and the DC boost converter goes through a watt meter and then into the transmitter. So I'll plug it in and we'll see it. As you see, that light immediately comes on, the light from the receiver, and this grounded coil that sits in the center of the receiver literally causes the light to get wicked bright, very bright. And this 5 watt bulb is lit to the point where it hurts my eyes. And look at our power consumption. .1 watts, 4.4. That spot alone is probably either at the break-even point or over unity. Keep in mind, I can have that effect going while still maintaining impressive wireless power. Like, there's no degradation. Here's some more of my receiver coils I have to experiment with. I'm just in the middle of cleaning everything, upgrading a few things. Keep in mind that while this is running, it's still battery maintained. So he's not even drawing any power. So something somewhere is like in a hyper resonant state. He's still green. Supercap is running the boost converter. Circuit is outputting power. And we're still somehow not drawing a load, which is very odd. So it's getting interesting. Cleaned out the whole desk, organized everything, got some new, more advanced components. I'll bring in a fluorescent tube nearby. We still maintain the impressive wireless while the bulb is lit. And we are now consuming power because I destabilized the circuit. So he's lit. And the real correct way to use the power is with a resonant receiver coil. So I'm already at the break-even point at this spot, if not more. Voltage from the boost converter is 30 volts. And I'll show you what it can do. I can now run very bright loads at this spot. My output here is 140 volts DC at half an amp. So I'll connect up this giant LED bulb. Here's the specs on it. And this thing will light from my receiver coil. It used to light. Might have to turn this up to 35 volts. This did light before at less than oh, you know, if the bulb was in the middle, it was dimming it. But anyway, there we go. It's lit now. Okay, gotta tune it. See that? Gotta tune it with the ground inductance. Jeez, that's bright. 5, 6, and it just got really bright. Damn, it's like the system took a minute to kick on. And that's just for my resonant receiver coil. Someone's not making good contact here. Actually, see the connection spark now. Not sure if you can see that. The connection actually sparks. Again, we're consuming less than, what, 7 watts? No, less than 10 watts? Yeah, less than 8 watts. We have some real usable power, while still maintaining the radiant energy. Like, damn. Well, things are getting exciting. Keep cracking down on the effect. Let's see if I can demonstrate this. I don't know if I can do it one-handed, but I can light halogen bulbs now at this output. I'm going to try and demonstrate that one-handed. I'm going to show you the meter readings on it. I don't know if this is going to work. You know what? I think I have a light bulb holder. I'll screw it into that and show you it on that. So, get the light bulb holder, which I believe is up here. Yes, I got it. I'll screw that in. Okay, this is a 40-watt bulb. Put it over here. It's probably not going to light to full intensity, but I'll just show you that we have the capability of doing it. So that is able to be lit from the receiver. If I tune this a bit, it'll probably get even brighter. If I crank the power, it's kind of becoming a Don Smith system now. I tune the inductance on a 120 volt bulb pretty impressively. Like, look at that. That's a 120 volt bulb. So, figured I'd demonstrate that. Tone this down a bit back to where it used to be. It's all about perfecting the tuning. So that's where that's at. And thank you all again. Things are getting exciting. And have a good one, guys.